or even other areas in the Midwest, because of course you always have that ripple effect, because Chicago is such a big hub. If it happens in Chicago, it affects a lot of other people.
Yeah, and usually we blame it on the weather, but not today,
Not
Laura.
this time.
There's somebody
I'm
on
getting off
top of
scot-free
Horsetooth.
here. No.
Look, you see them up there? They just made the hike. They just sat down.
Look at them. Yep, you can see them moving. Good. Hi, Ken Clark.
Well, thank you.
Very nice.
These glasses, I just had them adjusted.
Well, we're glad that you did. Those folks celebrating a nice weekend, hey, they can still get to work if they hike down on a Friday. Perhaps taking a long weekend, though. All these sky cams looking simply spectacular. High pressure overhead. That means clear skies, more sunshine. Temperature now 55 degrees at DIA, 50 in the spring. Zooming in here, we have a few locations close to 40 now in Wheat Ridge, sitting at 50 degrees, 51 in Lakewood, 56 in Greenwood Village, and 61 in Centennial. So here's what happens with those temperatures. We're going to start to turn things around here. Now that the sun is up, we'll be into the low 80s by noon, upper 80s for highs today, just short of our record high of 90 degrees. Hank?
All right, let's get you outside in time saver traffic. If you're heading out to the airport again, keep in mind that if you have a flight through Chicago, big delays this morning, up to 3 hours, with even a couple of flights canceled because of radar problems heading into that region. You're looking live at Skyfox. There's a pretty serious accident here on Highway 58 at McIntyre. This is heading in and out of Golden. Look at that car. Looks like it was already at the junkyard, but it's on its way to it. Serious rollover wreck taking out the shoulders, and it is going to be causing some delays through that area. On ground level, Federal here at Florida got a closure of Federal southbound just before Florida because of an auto pedestrian accident. Crews around the scene, guys. It's turning into a busy morning. We'll take a look at your speed and flow coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Hank, sounds good. 7:03 now on this Friday morning, and we are continuing to follow that situation out of Chicago.
So Fox 31 Denver just learning in the last half hour that this man with a self-inflicted wound was found in the basement of the Aurora, Illinois FAA radar facility after crews responded to a fire just before 6 a.m. This is unfolding now. 2 people were hurt in the fire, about 30 employees evacuated from the traffic control center. The fire forced a ground stop at O'Hare, Midway, and other local airports.
And as Hank mentioned, major delays are being seen now across the country, including right here at DIA, and we will continue to monitor that and bring you the latest information on the situation out of Chicago as we get it.
Parents are upset, their kids want answers, and this morning we're hearing from the Jefferson County School Board member proposing this controversial change to the district's curriculum. Chris Jose is live in Jefferson County, where more protests are expected today. Chris?
Well, good morning, Brooke. Board member Julie Williams believes these protests are partially motivated by the teachers union. A protest is scheduled to happen here at the intersection of Bowles and Kipling at any moment now. And because of these protests, Williams wants to set the record straight.
During the walkouts this week, Julie Williams tried to clarify her concerns about the new AP U.S. history curriculum, saying it rejects the history that has been taught in the country for generations. Let me give you some examples of who was omitted. Jefferson, Adams, Madison, Franklin, with not even a mention of Martin Luther King Jr. It ignores lessons on the Boston Tea Party, Lexington, Jefferson's first inaugural address, and Lincoln's Gettysburg Address.
Have you reviewed the framework?
I have briefly looked at parts of it, but I'm not an expert, and that's why I would like to have this committee.
The AP U.S. History Framework does not specifically mention many of the names, but a CU history professor who helped craft it says that's because the framework is just an overview.
We never intended to or tried to stipulate individual cases or events or people whom the teachers are supposed to teach about, assuming that they would be able to do that for themselves.
We looked at the 10 AP U.S. history textbooks approved in Jefferson County. The names and events Williams claims are omitted are found in every single one, often on multiple pages.
You can't leave it out. Nobody leaves it out. And to say that this framework somehow requires people to leave things out or stress negative aspects of American history, I just don't see that as being something that's borne out or is true.
Even if they are in the textbooks, it doesn't mean the teachers have to teach it. And this isn't about teachers. This really goes back to the union bosses being upset about not having control over the process of our budget and the teachers' pay.
And back live out here now at the intersection of Bowles and Kipling. You can see here this protest already underway. About a dozen folks out here from 2 Jefferson County elementary schools. Again, these are parents of students at these elementary schools. This protest is scheduled to happen until 8 o'clock this morning. We'll, of course, keep you posted. Ken and Brooke.
Chris, this has been kind of complicated to understand. We know that the proposal suggests a new curriculum review committee. So yet another committee. What happens next? When will the board possibly make an actual decision?
Well, the earliest the board will make a decision is next Thursday. That's the next school board meeting. But as of right now, it's not on the agenda. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But let's say if it does pass and let's say they move forward with this, any proposed changes to the curriculum would have to go under review by this committee and then later approved by the school board. Brooke?
Quite a process, quite a controversy. Thank you, Chris. An attempt to keep the peace between officers and protesters in Ferguson, Missouri takes an uneasy turn for Police Chief Thomas Jackson there. You can see in this video, Jackson agreed to walk alongside demonstrators when somewhere behind him, an argument breaks out, and this scuffle results in several arrests. Earlier in the day, Chief Jackson apologized for his department's actions following the shooting of Michael Brown.
No one who has not experienced the loss of a child can understand what you're feeling. I'm truly sorry for the loss of your son. I'm also sorry that it took so long to remove Michael from the street.
Jackson also said he will not resign because he wants to be a part of the solution in Ferguson.
7:07 now on this Friday morning. Chrysler recalling 350,000 vehicles today because of possible ignition problems. Now, the vehicles being recalled are from the 2008 model year, including the Jeep Grand Cherokee, which you can see here. Also being recalled, the 2008 Charger, the Chrysler 300, Dodge Magnum, and the Jeep Commander. Now, the problem is with the ignition switch that could prevent different accessories from working and, in rare cases, can cause the vehicle to lose power.
Okay, Hank, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio taking to the subway in response to alleged terror threats. Following a warning by Iraq's prime minister that ISIS planned to attack New York subways, political leaders, including de Blasio, responded by taking their own sub rides to prove that everything's under control.
But everyone should know the most important fact right now is we are convinced that New Yorkers are safe. We're convinced people should go about their normal routine. Terrorists want us to live in fear. We refuse to live in fear.
And as a safety precaution, hundreds of extra officers were put on overtime, especially around Yankee Stadium, as countless New Yorkers gathered to see, of course, Derek Jeter's last home game. So I can imagine why that would be a concern, because clearly there were going to be so many people there to wish him off.
Just kind of makes sense. 7:11 now on a Friday morning. Earning a gold star isn't just for students anymore.
Stick on that gold star. Join us as we honor an outstanding local teacher with this week's Good Day Gold Star.
And just in time for the weekend, the 6th annual Denver Beer Fest kicks off today. Find out where you can taste some of the fantastic local brews. 7:14 now. There's been a lot of talk lately about kids and what they're learning as of late. Now, regardless of where you stand on the AP history issue, when a teacher has the ability to reach out and connect to a student and thrive, that is something that all parents can get behind. And that's the subject of today's Good Day Gold Star.
It is time to get to work at Eastridge.
All eyes, all eyes. There we go.
And getting the attention of 4th graders is no easy task.
We've already talked about the different chores.
Miss Marin loves teaching.
If you think, yes, we should get a reward.
And it shows. Her classroom is calm and structured, and the kids are eager to learn.
I have such smart students in here.
And she has that touch, that ability to reach the kids that may need extra help or a little more instruction. And she's ready to give it. And the parents love that quality. Shayna Krosky's oldest son was in class last year and had amazing success.
I honestly think it's the way she teaches. She must have taught him a different way to learn. His reading levels, everything went up, confidence. She got him to love school pretty much.
Shayna set it up to have her other son in Mrs. Marin's class as well, hoping for the same results.
She's got a way of teaching that these kids get it.
Can I get a big round of applause for her?
Now, I would call that a greeting
I would too.
because of the work you've done with this group of fourth graders, last year's group of fourth graders, potentially years and years of fourth graders to come. They have awarded you with the Day of Beauty from Ulta. Pretty amazing, huh?
I love doing this, so it makes it so much easier. You know? So thank you. Thank you so much.
Making that connection with our kids. That's exactly what parents want to see from their teachers. Now, you can nominate your favorite teacher for our Good Day Gold Star. We'll be featuring the winning teacher right here on Good Day every month. So go to the Good Day Colorado page at kdvr.com. Click on the icon that says Good Day Gold Star to make your nomination.
That gave me chills. That was so sweet.
She was a fantastic teacher, and the kids love her. Absolutely love her.
Did you tell the kids they didn't have homework for a month?
I did.
Oh,
You should have heard
Ken.
the cheers.
See, you just reversed all of the good work going on there.
She quickly corrected me.
Ken tries to be a troublemaker in the morning.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
And he succeeds
And then he
most
looks
of the
like,
time.
what, me?
It comes from a good, wholesome place, though, right? Today, if I was
Whatever
going to
you
make some
say.
trouble, I'd have to take it outside, right?
Yeah, right? Because it's beautiful out there.
Boy, that is right out by the Coors Brewery. Speaking of all things beer-related, are you ready for 300 beer-related events in downtown Denver today as the 6th annual Denver Beer Fest kicks off?
Tap houses, area breweries, and different restaurants will be hosting some events, and you'll be able to sample beers from all around the area. So try different beer-paired dinners or take in a bike night. The Great American Beer Festival is also next weekend with more than 50,000 people expected. Tickets for that have long been sold out. So here's another option. Right now, it's 7:20. We have much more to come, including the amazing story of our Center of Attention artist coming up.
We get a chance to meet him. You're waking up with Good Day Colorado. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Nasty from the new 107X. Summer may be winding down, but the music's only getting better on 107X.
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.